What is up, YouTube? Tail Tape MMA Predictions here. Simon is not here today, unfortunately. He has broken both of his legs in a terrible cycling accident. No shit. He's in a hospital right now. I would have taken my my laptop to the hospital or something. We could have done the prediction there, but I don't think I have any plugs or anything, so you know. So he's not here today. But maybe you'll like it with just me. I don't know. Maybe he was your favourite, but it's too bad. He's gone. He's dead. Yeah, he's dead. Forever. Okay, on with the show, I'm sorry. Okay. So UFC 138 predictions. I'm gonna do the main card, just main card. Looks like a good night of fights. First fight on the main card, Stephan Bonner versus Kyle Kingsbury. So what do we know about both these guys? Well, we know that Stephan Bonner, his experience, he's been in the game quite a while since first Ultimate Fighter. He's been doing alright. I think he's lost quite recently. He hasn't fought in a long time, and I think since December last year. So he's had a long layoff, and I mean Kyle Kingsbury himself has had quite a long time off since his last fight was in June. So they're both going to be they've both had quite a while off from fighting. How did Kingsbury looked alright in his last fight. It wasn't particularly a good fight. He really messed up his eye in that fight. Even though he won, he was pretty beat up. He didn't really impress anybody with how he performed. It all depends on how Bonner comes into this fight. You know, he's been off making, I think he was on MMA, something like a TV show or something like that, I don't know. But if he comes into this, you know, ready to fight, brings his game, I think he could probably pull out a decision in this fight. I don't think anybody's finishing anybody. It should be a scrap. I don't see this being very technical at all. But I think Bonner, just with his extra experience, even though he's been on for a while, I think he's just going to pull this one out of the bag by a unanimous decision. And Simon has 7 years picks, and I believe he picked Stephan Bonner as well by unanimous decision. So next fight. 1 minute. Let me just check what Simon's picks were for this fight. 1 second. Okay. Right. Okay. So in this fight, Mark Campman versus Rick Story. Rick Story, he looked very good against Diego Alves. He totally surprised me in that fight. But then again, against Charlie Brenneman, he looked like a bag of shit. He got completely out-wrestled in that fight. And you could say, you know, well, Charlie Brenneman is a great wrestler. He's an NCAA Division I wrestler. He did perform well, even though he didn't really do much. He just sort of out-wrestled him and took him down and held him there and threw little punches. Didn't really hurt Rick Story at all. Just frustrated him, really. That being said, Rick Story is a good fighter, and I think it may have been something to do with the he fought very recently, but sometimes that can lead on. You know, you can fight better after you've recently fought. But you know, he didn't perform well in that fight. Martin Kampman, he just fought Diego Sanchez, I believe, and he, in my view, lost that fight. No, sorry, no, wrong way around. No, in my view, he won that fight. Sorry. Diego was beat up, really. He looked fat and he was beat up. And I don't really see how Cameron lost that. But he performed well, and I think he did alright. But it all depends on how Cameron decides to play this game. If he tries to stand with Rick, I think Rick's probably going to take it. I don't know. I mean, they both have good stand-up, but it all depends on, because Rick Story doesn't handle wrestlers very well, and I think Martin Kampman, even though he's not the standard of wrestler as Charlie Brenneman really at all, but he does have decent wrestling, and I do think he could take Rick Story down and sort of repeat what Charlie Brenneman did, but less impressively, if you know what I'm saying. So, personally, I think Rick Story maybe is going to stuff the takedowns in the first round, win the round 10-9, and then in the second 2 rounds, I think Montcalm is going to find that takedown and win via either split decision or unanimous decision 29-28, because I think he's just going to get that takedown. But I'm not. This fight could go either way, but it's a good fight. This one, I'm looking forward to this one, and I believe Simon chose Rick Story in this fight via 1 minute. Sorry to do this. Via decision. He picked Rick Story via decision in this fight. Okay, so the next fight is Uriah Faber vs Brian Bowles. This should be a good fight. Looking forward to this one. Big Uriah Faber fan, so is Simon. No, he's not here. I think Faber is going to pull this one out of the bag. I think this might just be a repeat of sort of the Eddie Wineland scenario, where Faber is a good striker, but I believe Bowles probably has a bit more knockout power than him. I don't know, I think so. But I just see Faber taking him down, kind of like he did with Eddie Wineland, throwing little elbows, maybe getting a bit of a cut on Bowles' face, working the ground and pound. I think he might, do some double legs, maybe even slam him once to see that happening. But this could go either way, depending on how Bowles reacts to Faber's wrestling. I don't think he's going to react well. And I think Faber's going to pull this one out of the bag pretty clearly via unanimous decision, 30-27. I think he's just going to take him down, ground pound him, just kind of like how he did against Eddie Wineland, watching out for a shot from Bowles. And I believe Simon agreed with me on this one. I think he picked Faber by unanimous decision or TKO. I can't remember. But, he's picked Faber as well, so that's cool. Co-main event, this should be good. Wanderlei Silva versus Kung Lee. Now, Wanderlei Silva, as I said to Simon earlier, lately has the chin of a 13-year-old girl. He's getting knocked out by everybody. I mean, he beat Bisping, which I think he beat him. It was close, but he beat Bisping. He's getting knocked out a lot, like Chris Leben, Rampage, Chuck, whatever. He got knocked out a lot at the moment. And he fought recently, though, but Kung Lee has not fought in a long time, and, was off in Strikeforce. I think he was in Strikeforce for a long time, and he lost. I don't think he's lost yet. I can't remember. I'll have to check his record again, but he has a decent amount of power. I mean, he's knocking people out quite frequently. He likes to kick with the the nice little side kick, teep kick there, which he could effectively use against Wanderlei. Just Wanderlei, I cannot trust his chin. It is almost impossible to pick him now because of how easily he goes down. I just think Wanderlei's going to come in and he's just going to get caught, and I don't think it's even going to be like a clean punch that gets him away. It might even just be a punch that just catches the top of his head, or like Wanderlei is blocking, but it just manages to sneak through, and it doesn't look like he would go down. Any other fighter would go down from it, but I think Wanderlei will, and it's going to surprise Kung Lee. I think how easy it's going to be to knock him down, or just even knock him out cold. But even so, Wanderlei does have a chance, but I mean, it's over for Wanderlei now. I mean, retirement is dwelling, and he isn't making anything out of this anymore. So I just say Kung Lee is going to knock him out. I think early second round knockout. I believe Simon also agreed with this. It's just his chin's too questionable, and I can't pick him. But Kung Lee, even though he has been off for a long time, could have ring rust, and Wanderlei could shock me and shock a lot of other people. But I just think Kung Lee's going to take this one, personally. Okay, so main event, we got Shogun versus Dan Henderson. Now this is going to be a cracker of a fight, Christmas cracker, since it's nearly Christmas. Okay, I don't know what I was talking about then. So if we look at Shogun, he lost to John Jones pretty decisively. He got the shit beaten out of him, clearly. Then he came back and he destroyed Forrest Griffin easily, like straight away. I believe it was a TKO or a knockout. Can't remember what they actually said it was, but I think it was a knockout. I think Shogun's got this personally. I mean, Henderson could use his wrestling, which he has, and I mean, Shogun does struggle with wrestlers, but I just see him getting away from Henderson's wrestling. And Henderson does have good power. We saw him knock out Fedor. I mean, he's coming off, I think, 3 straight wins, or 5, or something like that, in Strikeforce. He did lose to Jake Shields, but he was injured, I believe, and had been took the fight quite short notice. But anyway, he did knock out Fedor. Now, if you look at this, Fedor is deteriorating as a fighter. Personally, Simon agrees with this, I guess, but you know, he's still a Fedor nugget. Sorry, Tom. I hope your legs are feeling better. I hope your knees that you broke on a bike feel better. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so Fedor is deteriorating, so there's to Bigfoot, Silva, Fabricio Werdum, and now Henderson. But Henderson was rocked before he knocked out Fedor. And I mean, Shogun has power, and I think he beats Henderson in the striking here. I also think he takes the technical ground game, not necessarily the wrestling, but the jiu-jitsu and the technical ground game. But I think what's going to happen is Henderson's going to be looking for that one money shot to knock Shogun out, because I think Henderson just trusts in his striking too much. Well, not too much, but I think he's going to come into this fight thinking he's a better striker than Shogun, which I don't think he is. And he's going to look for that shot just to knock him out. And I think Shogun's going to handle that easily, stay away from the power, and catch him with a nice punch. I don't think he's going to knock out Henderson. Henderson's never been knocked out, but I think he's going to TKO him pretty quickly, because Henderson's going to be looking for those looping shots, you know, nice hook or something. But it all depends on if Henderson decides to use his wrestling. Now, we could see Shogun hit Henderson, and Henderson suddenly go, crap, I need to take this guy down. And he may end up taking Shogun down, and then Shogun's going to have a bit of a problem, but I think he'll be able to get back up. But I do just see Shogun taking this one via TKO. Oh yeah, I think I forgot to say, Simon picked Kung Lee. I don't know if I forgot to say that. I'll check when I finish the video. But yeah, I think Shogun's going to take this one via second round TKO. And I think Simon picked this as well. Should be an awesome night of fights. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you liked my picks, Simon's picks, even though he's not here. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It'd be great to get some more subscribers. Please like the video. Check out our other videos. We're gonna be popping up our UFC 138 vlog soon, which when we went to see UFC 138 last weekend. So look out for that. So yeah, please subscribe. Please just show support. It'd be awesome. Thank you very much. Yes, I think that's about it. Thank you for watching Taylor Paper and my predictions. Good night.